the student with the highest grade point average throughout the high school career. Mr. James Nelligan and Mrs. Arimari Sanchez will present this medal. We are proud to announce that the recipient of the Valedictorian Medal is Carolina Feijolman. Mrs. Arimari will present the bibliography.
Good afternoon. First off, I want to say that I feel honored. I feel honored because I stand before a class filled with smart, passionate, caring, happy, and beautiful people. A class that is destined to do great things. Each and every single one of you has a fire or a spark that I admire, and you each have a special quality that I will never forget. We have been through a lot together, which is why I want you to turn around, give a big hug to the person sitting next to you, and tell them thank you. That was beautiful. Okay, so last weekend, during dinner time, my dad asked if the word valedictorian came from Latin. So we Googled it and found out that it comes from the Latin word valedicere, which means to say farewell. I thought that was interesting. A valedictorian is literally someone who says farewell. So, at the count of 3, I want the entire class of 2013 to say farewell and become valedictorians. Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. Now that we're all valedictorians, does anyone want to come up here and finish a speech? No? Okay. I guess I'll go with mine then. Initially, I had no idea what to write about for this speech. So like any teenager that does not know how to do something, I turned to YouTube for help. I searched valedictorian speeches and came across one where the guy started his speech taking out an unsolved 3x3 Rubik's Cube and saying, "This was us when we started high school. Lost, alone, fragmented, and unable to figure out where we belong." He continued by describing freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, and how each year helped define and shape us. By the time he was done with his speech, he had completed the Rubik's Cube and said, "This is us now. Complete." He concludes the speech by taking out a big, unsolved 7x7 Rubik's Cube and saying, "Now welcome to college." Now, where am I going with this? Well, this speech reminded me of what Jose said to me the other days. He said, right now, we are cocoons, and in college, we will metamorphose into butterflies. And to this I responded, but what if I already am a butterfly? Jose did not know how to answer this, but in a way, the speech from the YouTube video did. Right now, I feel like a butterfly because I have it all figured out. I know who I am, and I'm proud of what I've become. So, if the unsolved Rubik's Cube is a cocoon, then yes, I already am a butterfly, but a small 3x3 butterfly. I think I know who I am, yet I have spent most of my life in the balding bubble. I am a butterfly trapped in a glass house. Now is the time to fly out into the real world, the world where mommy and daddy will not be cooking our food and cleaning our clothes, where going to class is up to us, and dealing with the problems is solely our responsibility. In this environment, we will be able to become an entire person, a big 7x7 butterfly. I know I got a little confusing there, mixing up two metaphors and basically saying that before high school we were small cocoons and now we're small butterflies, and then in college we will be big cocoons metamorphosing into big butterflies, which doesn't make much sense if you think about it, but you get the point. Looking back, I realized that I had asked, what if I already am a butterfly, because I am afraid that in college I will turn into someone else. Someone who I might not like as much as what I am today. But here is where the power of choosing comes into play. Most of us think that life is a set path that we are forced to live and deal with, and we forget to recognize that we have the power to make it what we want it to be. As a wise woman once said, life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. We can choose whether we want to go with the flow or be ourselves. We can choose if we want to lose touch with our high school friends or call them once in a while to see how they're doing. We can choose if we want to let other people's comments get to us. We can choose if we want to argue over petty issues or focus our energy into happier things. We can choose if we want to hurt others or help them. We can choose to become the person we want to be in this world. Now, class of 2013, mi corilla amarilla, let's choose to become the big, beautiful butterflies that I know all of us can be. Farewell and good luck. Now, before I let go of the microphone, I just want to say one more thing. When my mom asked me what I was going to say in my speech, I told her I was going to get up here and say, I want to thank my parents for all the support and love they have given me all these years. I could not have done it without them. She said, yes, that's perfect. And I was like, Mom, I was kidding. She said, well, you better say that in your speech. So, Mom, Dad, thank you. I really do appreciate everything you've done. And my brother was pointing at himself, so I want to give a shout out to my brother and my grandparents.
Thank you, Carolina. Now, Little Upper School Principal, Mrs. Elimari Sanchez.